Hi there everybody, Coach Brandon here again. Today we're going to go over one more way to defend against the over-under pass. And this is going to consist of controlling my opponent's sleeve cuff and off-balancing them to that side. This is going to be similar in theory, in concept, to the last technique we just did, where again we controlled our cuff and we off-balanced them to that side, except today's lesson we're going to take those same principles and apply them to the other side. Okay? So this is going to complete our 4 methods of defending the over-under pass. Number 1 was framing against the shoulder, challenging the shoulder position. Number 2 was challenging head position. Number 3 was controlling the cuff and off-balancing to one direction. And now we're going to look at controlling the sleeve and off-balancing to the other direction. So let's get it going. Let's go, what's the best way? Let's start with this direction. So Sammy's going to go into the over-under pass, just like we've been doing all week. Good. She solidifies her position, her shoulder's going to be in the belly. Good. Now from here, her next thing is to walk to her left and cover my knee. As this is happening, I'm going to look to control Sammy's left cuff, left sleeve cuff right here. My left hand would come up and I'll control either the belt or in this case, since Sammy doesn't have a belt, I'm going to control the pants. Now from here, Sammy's going to look to back step with her right leg, perfect, to pass my guard. Now right now, my body and Sammy's body are lined up perpendicular, like an X or like a cross. All right, that's not going to help me off balance her very well. I want to take my body and change the angle so that Sammy and I are more or less parallel. So with these grips, I'm going to use my feet on the mat to reverse shrimp and bring my head next to Sammy's knee. Here. Now from here, I'm going to flare my left elbow open and pull across my body as I start to pull her hips to my left. If my elbow is closed, I can't pull across very well. So my elbow open so I can pull in that direction. Your elbow points the direction you're pulling. My right hand drives up into her hip. So as I'm doing this, my right hand on the sleeve cuff here is going to drive up. And that's also going to have an off-balancing effect. Thirdly, to off-balance, I'm going to drive off my right leg, bridging up to my left shoulder. When I do all 3 of these actions at once, we're able to roll our partner through. And I prefer to use this sleeve cuff to set up Kimura grips on the arm. But you guys can do a number of things with this. You could look to try to take the back. You just take side control, or sometimes your opponent will scramble and get away, and you'll end up back in guard. But either way, you've defended the over-under pass, and you're able to get back to your guard. So let's look at this technique one more time. This time let's go in this direction. So Sammy covers my legs going into the over-under. I know that I want to try the roll through sweep. That roll, not a sweep, it's not guard, but the roll through. So I'm going to grab the cuff right here, and I'm going to grab the belt. Sammy doesn't have a belt, so in this case I'll grab the pants. Sammy, as she goes through, she's going to cover my knee, and then eventually look to back step. As soon as she back steps out, I want to go from perpendicular to parallel. So I use my feet to bring my head next to Sammy's knee. And now, the 3 mechanics, my left arm pulling across, my right arm pushing up, and my right foot driving off the mat, allow me to go into a strong off-balancing action. Sometimes I'll completely roll my partner onto their back and pin them. Other times they'll scramble and get away, and I'll just end up back in guard or a neutral position. If I am able to stick my opponent here, generally I prefer to come underneath the arm and start locking Kimura grips. But I mean, from there you can do any number of things. The important thing is that you've controlled your opponent's cuff and you were able to off balance them in that direction using your grips, using your bridge, and by changing your alignment from perpendicular to parallel. So that's going to complete our 4 techniques to defend the over-under pass. Do you guys remember what those 4 techniques were? We can challenge the shoulder position. We can challenge the head position. We can control the cuff and off balance in one direction with a knee lever. Or we can control the other cuff and off balance in the other direction by lining ourselves up parallel to them and bridging. So with those 4 strong tools, it should be very difficult for even a strong guard passer to pass your guard using the over-under pass.